Good morning, students. Today we will study this problem. Transactions of Messrs. Vipin Traders are given below. Show the effects on assets, liabilities and capital with the help of accounting equation. A. Business started with cash rupees 1,25,000. Second means B. Purchase goods for cash rupees 50,000. C. Purchase furniture from RK Furnitures on credit rupees 10,000. D. Sold goods to Parul Traders costing rupees 7,000. Bill number is given here. They were sold for rupees 9,000. E. Paid cartage rupees 100. F. Cash paid to RK Furnitures in full settlement rupees 9,700. In the third transaction, we have purchased furniture on credit from RK Furnitures. So, in this transaction, that is F transaction, we are paying them cash rupees 9,700 against rupees 10,000, means they have given us 300 rupees discount. Okay. Next, cash sales costing rupees 10,000 means cash sales means goods sold for cash. So, cash sales means goods sold for cash costing rupees 10,000 for rupees 12,000. Next, H. Rent received rupees 4,000. I. Cash withdrew for personal use rupees 3,000. The owner withdrew cash for personal use means it will be his drawings. Okay. So, let's solve the problem. So, let's start. Accounting equations. This is the format. Transactions, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Okay. Let's read the first transaction. Business started with cash rupees 1,25,000. So first transaction, started business with cash rupees 1,25,000. So in asset column, cash rupees 1,25,000. Nothing in the column of liability, and capital 1,25,000. So total of after this equation will be 1,25,000 is equal to 1,25,000. Assets is equal to addition of capital and liabilities. So total 1,25,000 is equal to 0 plus 1,25,000 means 1,25,000 is equal to 1,25,000. Now the second transaction, purchase goods for cash rupees 50,000. Purchase goods for cash, we can write purchase goods for cash rupees 50,000. Here the businessman is purchasing goods for cash, means he is paying cash and taking goods. So our cash will reduce. 1,25,000 minus 50,000 is equal to 75,000 is equal to 75,000. There will not be any change in liabilities. Cash worth rupees 50,000 is going out, and new asset, that is stock of goods, will be of 50,000. There will not be any change in liabilities, and there will not be any change in capital. So capital will remain rupees 1,25,000. So after this equation, we have assets, cash 75,000, goods 50,000. So total is 1,25,000. 1,25,000 is equal to 1,25,000. Okay. Now the third transaction. Now the next transaction is purchase furniture. Purchase furniture from RK Furnitures, rupees 10,000. Purchase furniture from RK Furnitures, rupees 10,000. See, this is a credit transaction because they have not said the entry is for cash and party's name is given here, RK Furnitures. So it is considered as per accountancy is a credit transaction. When the party's name is given in the transaction, for cash or on cash words are not there in the sentence, and the transaction is of purchase or sale, then it will be credit transaction. क्रेडिट ट्रान्झॅक्शन ओळखण्यासाठी 3 गोष्टी बघायच्या आहेत. परचेस किंवा सेलचं ट्रान्झॅक्शन असलं पाहिजे तरच ते क्रेडिटवर किंवा कॅशवर असणार आहे, म्हणजे उधारीने किंवा पैसे देऊन केलेलं असणार आहे. त्यामुळे परचेस किंवा सेलचं ट्रान्झॅक्शन असलं पाहिजे. सेंटेन्समध्ये पार्टीचं नाव असेल आणि फॉर कॅश असे शब्द नसतील तर ते क्रेडिट ट्रान्झॅक्शन कन्सिडर केलं जाईल. सो परचेस फर्निचर फ्रॉम RK फर्निचर्स, रुपीज 10,000. हे परचेसचं ट्रान्झॅक्शन आहे, परचेस फर्निचरचं. RK फर्निचर्स हे फर्मचं नाव दिलेलं आहे, म्हणजे पार्टीचं नाव दिलेलं आहे. सो इट इज अ क्रेडिट ट्रान्झॅक्शन. ओके, नाव परचेस फर्निचर ऑन क्रेडिट. Okay, so our cash will remain as it is, that is 75,000. Goods also will remain rupees 50,000. Now they are purchasing furniture costing rupees 10,000. So new asset will be furniture. नवीन ॲसेट निर्माण होईल फर्निचर 10,000 रुपयांचं. पेमेंट केलेलं नाही त्यामुळे कॅश तशीच राहील, गुड्स तसेच असणार आहेत ऑब्व्हियसली, आणि फर्निचर नावाची न्यू ॲसेट निर्माण होईल. नाव one new liability will be created here, that is creditors. So RK Furnitures, the amount payable to RK Furnitures rupees 10,000. So creditors rupees 10,000, and there will not be any change in capital. Capital will remain as it is, 1,25,000. Okay, so now total see the total asset side total is 1,35,000 is equal to 10,000 plus 1,25,000 means 1,35,000. Okay, 1,35,000 is equal to 1,35,000. Now fourth transaction. Now the fourth transaction is sold goods to Parul Traders costing rupees 7,000 for rupees 9,000. So now here the entry is of sale of goods. Party's name is given, Parul Traders, and for cash words are not there. So this is also a credit transaction. Okay, so sold goods to Parul Traders costing rupees 7,000 for rupees 9,000. Cost of the goods is rupees 7,000 and they are sold for rupees 9,000. So sold goods on credit, this will be the transaction. As this is a credit transaction, there will not be any change in cash. Cash will remain 75,000. Now goods are of rupees 50,000 and they are selling goods costing rupees 7,000. So 50,000 minus 7,000, it will be 43,000. Goods costing rupees 7,000 were going out from our business. Okay, so goods will remain rupees 43,000. There will not be any change in furniture. Furniture will remain as it is, that is rupees 10,000. And new asset will be created, namely debtors, that is Parul Traders. These are our debtors because we have sold goods to them on credit, so they are our debtors. So new asset is created, debtors, for rupees 9,000 because we have charged rupees 9,000 to them as a selling price. So debtors worth rupees 9,000 will be created. This asset will be created. There will not be any change in liabilities. It will remain as it is, creditors 10,000. But capital, our capital was rupees 1,25,000, and after doing this transaction we have profit of rupees 2,000 because our goods are going out worth rupees 7,000 and we will get rupees 9,000 from our debtor. So the difference between 7,000 and 9,000, that is 2,000, will be our profit, and profit will always be added in capital. So capital will be 1,27,000. Okay, now let's tally. Total of asset side is 1,37,000 is equal to 10,000 plus 1,27,000. Okay, next transaction now, fifth transaction is paid cartage rupees 100. Paid cartage, this is very easy. Paid cartage rupees 100. So we will reduce rupees 100 from 75,000 minus 100. 75,000 minus 100 is 74,900. Goods no change, 43,000. Furniture no change, rupees 10,000. Debtors no change, rupees 9,000. There will not be any change in creditors, that is rupees 10,000. But as cartage rupees 100 is our expense, we will deduct this expense from capital. So old capital is 1,27,000 minus 100, so it will be 1,26,900. Okay, and now the total. Total of asset side will be 1,36,900 and is equal to 10,000 plus 1,26,900, that is 1,36,900. Okay, now the sixth transaction. Next transaction, paid cash to RK Furnitures in full settlement rupees 9,700. This is a interesting transaction. Paid cash to RK Furnitures. See, in the third transaction we have purchased furniture from RK Furnitures worth rupees 10,000, and now we are paying them rupees 9,700 in full settlement. It means they are giving us discount of rupees 300 in this transaction. Understood? 10,000 रुपयाचं फर्निचर परचेस केलेलं आहे, त्याच्या अगेन्स्ट आत्ता पेमेंट करताना आपण त्यांना 9,700 पेड करतोय. सो दे आर गिविंग us 300 rupees discount and settling our account. Okay, so actually cash is going out from us, it is rupees 9,700. So here I will write paid cash to creditors. We can write creditors, or you can write the transaction also, paid cash to RK Traders. So cash 74,900 minus 9,700, they told us that 9,700 amount they are paying. So the answer will be 65,200. Okay, then the goods 43,000, then the furniture 10,000. I have limited space here. Furniture 10,000. Then the debtors will remain as it is, debtors 9,000. Understood? Cash is going out. Now they are paying the amount of the creditors rupees 10,000 less rupees 10,000. We will deduct creditors, we will deduct rupees 10,000 from creditors because they are settling our accounts We are paying rupees 9,700, but they are settling our account of rupees 10,000 after this payment. So creditors will be nil, and capital is 1,26,900. But in this transaction, we are getting 300 rupees discount, which is profit of us, because we have taken furniture worth rupees 10,000, but now we are paying rupees 9,700 only. Means difference, that is discount, will be our profit, and profit will be always added in capital. So we will make total of 1,26,900 plus 300, that will be 1,27,200. Understood? कॅश इज गोईंग, कॅश आपल्याकडनं जाते 9,700 रुपये, पण आपलं 10,000 रुपयाचं बिल नील होतं आहे. सो 10,000 पेमेंट झालेलं दाखवलं आहे आणि 0 उरलेले आहेत, क्रेडिटर्स काही उरलेले नाहीत. आणि 10,000चं फर्निचर घेऊन 9,700 पेड करून आपण 10,000चा अकाउंट सेटल केला आहे, म्हणजे 300 रुपये आपला फायदा आहे. सो इथे तो कॅपिटलमध्ये ॲड केलेला आहे. आणि आता टोटल 1,27,200 is equal to 1,27,200. Okay. Now next transaction here, seventh transaction. Cash sales costing rupees 10,000 for rupees 12,000. Cash sales costing rupees 10,000 for rupees 12,000 means we are selling goods costing rupees 10,000 and we are charging their price as rupees 12,000. This is a cash transaction because cash sales means goods sold for cash. So we are selling goods costing rupees 10,000 and we are getting rupees 12,000 in cash. Understood? So our cash will increase. Our cash was rupees 65,200 plus 12,000. So it will be 77,200 cash. Goods, that is stock of goods. Our goods were rupees 43,000 minus we are selling goods costing rupees 10,000, so 10,000. So goods will remain rupees 33,000. There will not be any change in furniture, so furniture rupees 10,000. There will not be any change in debtors, rupees 9,000. ओके. आपल्याकडे कॅश 12,000 रुपीज येते आहे कारण आपण 12,000 रुपयाला गुड्स विकतो आहे. आपल्याकडनं 10,000 रुपयाचे गुड्स जात आहेत कारण वी आर सेलिंग गुड्स कॉस्टिंग रुपीज 10,000 अँड सो difference between 12,000 and 10,000 is our profit. So it will be added in capital. There will not be any change in liabilities. There is no liability remaining. And capital, our capital's amount is 1,27,200. Add 2,000 profit, so it will be 1,29,200. And now the total of the equation. Let's see it tallies or not. Total 77,200, 33,000, 10,000 and 9,000. Total is 1,29,200 is equal to dash plus 1,29,200. So our equation is tallied after the 7th transaction. Now the 8th transaction. Rent received rupees 4,000. Rent received. It means cash received rupees 4,000. So our cash will increase. cash rupees 77,200 plus rupees 4,000. So cash will be rupees 81,200. Goods will remain as it is, 33,000. Furniture, there will not be any change in furniture, so 10,000. Debtors 9,000. No liability, and capital was rupees 1,29,200. We will add rent rupees 4,000 in that, because it is our income and all incomes and profits should be added in capital. So total is 1,33,200. Okay, now let's tally. Total of asset side is 1,33,200 is equal to 0 plus 1,33,200. So this equation is tallied after the 8th transaction. Now the last transaction of this problem. Cash withdrew for personal use rupees 3,000. Cash withdrew for personal use rupees 3,000. So this is the owner's drawings as he is withdrawing cash from the business. So cash will be 81,200 minus 81,200 minus, they have withdrawn rupees 3,000 cash, so 3,000. So cash will be rupees 78,200 here. No change in goods. Goods 33,000. Furniture 10,000. Debtors 9,000. There will not be any liability, and capital was rupees 1,33,200. Here the owner is withdrawing cash from the business, so drawings will be deducted from capital. So the answer will be 1,30,200. Okay, let's tally. Total will be 1,30,200 is equal to 0 plus 1,30,200. Okay, understood? So that's all for today.